Hi guys, I'm Connor from Surface to Air Sports and this is the 2020 Battalion Goliath. We're a snowboard store based in the UK. We've got this board available, we ship next day delivery. We also ship worldwide. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of the video. So the Battalion Goliath was probably one of our best selling all mountain snowboards last year. I know personally whenever I go on the board test, it's always the first board that I jump on, helps me get dialed in because it's just so much of a versatile all round snowboard. It excels all over the piste, in the park, in the powder. Like I said, it's the first thing that I get on and I just use it so I can just get me bearings first couple of hours on the slope, and I use it to sort of venture out from there. I'll tell you why it's so good as I go through the rest of the video. So the Battalion Goliath, who's it aimed at? It's a sort of intermediate to advanced level all mountain snowboard, like I say. And the two main reasons for that are, first of all, its flex pattern. Comes in about 6 out of 10, so that's slightly stiffer than average. What that means is it's just got a little bit more performance, a little bit more drive to it. You can really charge this thing down the mountain and you're not going to get those elusive speed wobbles coming through it. And then it's also got a medium camber built through the center of the board. And what that does is it just generates a lot of pop and performance in and out of your turns down the mountain. As with all Battalion snowboards, the Goliath is built with triple base technology. Now, triple base has been in Battalion's lineup since they started, 17 years. It's a little bit different to how other manufacturers make their snowboards, and I'll run you through how it works. So on the nose and the tail of the board, there's 3 separate levels. The board's actually made 3-dimensionally. So you've got, whether you can see this, but you've got a flat center base in the middle, and then 2 uplifted side bases either side that, and they run down to about here, about where the inserts are on the board. And the way that that works, and what's so good about it, is that by uplifting these sides of the board, it provides, firstly, it gives you a little bit more float in the powder, so you can ride these boards a little bit shorter than you traditionally would, giving you a nice nippier turn and circle, but also means you're going to catch less edges. It means you're going to catch less edges on your turns. It means you're going to catch less edges when you're spinning off features or when you're hitting rails, boxes in the park. What it does is it just makes these boards incredibly versatile. And last year, Battalion actually updated it with a new feature called Sidekick, which was a little uplifted bit there, a little concave shape, just after the point on the snowboard where you initiate your turns, and that just made it even smoother. It gives you that little bit extra float, even more so. It just makes those turns buttery smooth. So I mentioned before that the Goliath comes in about 6 out of 10 on the flex rating. And the reason for that being is because it's got 2 carbon fiber stringers that run from here to here, so between your bindings. But what that does is it leaves the ends of the boards, the nose and the tail, nice and soft. Not really soft, but just soft enough that you can still press around, you can still play. This is still a board that you can have a lot of fun on. But by putting those carbon fiber stringers in, just gives this board an extra bit of oomph. It gives it some performance, drive. It really sort of stiffens up the center and means that when you sort of pop off a feature or a little side hit as you're coming down the piste, you're really going to get that extra amplitude as you're coming up into the air. But the carbon through the center is not just about pop. It also gives you that extra snap. So when you're carving, you're charging down the mountain, having that carbon there, being able to press into it will push you through into the next turn and help you just drive down the mountain. So a new feature in the Goliath is the dual radial super tubes, which what Battalion have actually done is they've managed to drop the weight of this board. Now this is already quite a lightweight. It uses Battalion's lightweight core, which uses a Paulownia wood. But the dual radial super tubes mean that they could make the core that little bit thinner, and what they actually are is 6 hollow carbon tubes that run in parallel to the edges of the board, and they help create more edge-to-edge response and performance, so that when you're hopping from edge to edge and you're in that carve, just means it's really going to lock that edge down and you can get really down close to the snow for those deep Euro carves that I know some of you like to. The base on the Goliath is Battalion's Hyperglide S base, which is a high-level sintered base. Now, if you don't know, there's 2 main types of base. There's extruded and there's sintered. Sintered is a little bit more porous and a little bit more high performance. What it does is it holds the wax longer It also provides more acceleration, so that when you're approaching a feature, like a kicker in the park or a little side hit on the piste, you know that you're going to approach that feature with enough speed. You're not going to be pushing, thinking, oh, am I going to have enough? Am I going to hit the knuckle? In fact, what you want to do is you want to have almost too much speed, so you can put a little speed check in and you know you're going to approach that feature right. And that's what you're going to get with the sintered base on the Battalion Goliath. So lastly, I just want to talk about the shape of the Goliath. It's a 99% twin, and what that means is that it's based on a true twin shape, and then the bindings are set back, the inserts are set back ever so slightly, so you've got a little bit of a longer nose than you do the tail. What that means is it's slightly better for directional riding, mostly sort of cruising around, but if you do want to switch it up, ride switch for the day, it's going to perform just as well as a true twin board. But while I'm on about the shape, I'd also like to mention reference points. Now, you know, we do a lot of these sort of videos and we watch other guys' videos as well, and obviously we go into other snowboard shops. And I've never actually seen anyone mention reference points. If you look sort of here and here on the snowboard, you'll notice the Battalion logo and a couple of arrows to the specific inserts. Now, those are actually the inserts where the board was R&D'd for what Battalion thinks is the best point to put the bindings for this size on the board. Obviously, if you are a little bit taller, I'm myself like 6'3", I normally go a little bit outside the reference. If you're a little bit shorter, you go in. But the important thing to remember is always work from the reference points. Either set it up first on the reference and sort of move outwards, or if you know sort of how you like your stance to be, move away or move in from it. But always, it's just a good thing to know that that's there, just that's where it was designed from. Sizes. Obviously I mentioned earlier in the video that the Battalion Goliath is one of our best selling boards, and as you'd imagine it comes in a huge range of sizes. It comes in 6 different sizes, so I'm actually just going to read them off for you now. It comes in a 153, 156, 159 wide, no it doesn't, it's a 158 wide, a 159, a 161 wide and a 164 wide. So there's definitely a size in there for you. If you do have any issue with sizing, as always, just drop a comment in the video below or give us a phone install. More than happy to help out. But what I do want to mention just quickly is wide boards. We get loads of you guys commenting sort of, do I need a wide, do I not need a wide? For us personally, unless you are a UK size 11 or bigger, I wouldn't be considering a wide. Personally, I'm a UK 12, so that's a UK 13, and I don't actually ride a wide board. Reason being is a wide board obviously is half a centimetre wider on both sides, so it's effectively a centimetre wider, and what it does is it really slows down the responsiveness of the board, the toe to heel response. It doesn't seem like a lot, but it just makes it so much more docile on the mountain that really a wide board, unless you're, like I said, unless you're sort of that UK 11 or larger, or you've really sort of quite a heavy guy, so you need that extra volume underfoot, I wouldn't consider it. And that's just not for Battalion, that goes across pretty much every other snowboard brand. I don't care what everyone else says, that's what I'm saying. But if you do have any questions, like I said, just drop them in the comments or give us a call and stuff. So the Battalion Goliath for 2020, I just want to run through quickly again, who's it for? It's an intermediate to advanced level snowboard, and it truly is a one board quiver. Seasonaires absolutely love this board because it just excels everywhere. If the conditions aren't great, you can take this board into the park and you're still going to be smashing it out. But when the conditions turn around, it's great. Powder, in the side country, down the piste. If you've been out of snowboarding for a few years and you used to have quite a decent level, but you want something you can jump on and it's going to be friendly to you, you're going to be straight away back into it. The triple base technology on the Goliath will have you day one, first couple of hours you'll be dialed in straight away. Even if you've just finished your lessons and you've got a decent pedigree with other board sports like skating, wakeboard and something like that, if you sort of hold your own on other boards and you've taken to snowboarding quite well, the Goliath, to be honest, you will progress quickly with it and it will last you for years. This board is truly amazing and it suits so many people. It's really worth getting one. So I've been Connor from Surface to Air Sports, and this is the 2020 Battalion Goliath snowboard. Like I say, we've got a snowboard store based in the UK. We ship next day. We also ship worldwide. Our number should be on the screen now if you want to get in touch with us, or alternatively, just visit our website, s2as.com. Thank you.